Hi, it's Matt with EquiPredict Analytics. We're going to be reviewing how to use cyclical analysis or interpret a cyclical model you might already be using elsewhere. You might be considering using cyclical analysis in your trading journey, or you might be a subscriber over at EquiPredict, and we're going to help you understand how to use and interpret the cyclical models, as well as we're going to review how to interpret and understand when the cyclical cycle is not clear, or if you run into a particular case where there's a complete cyclical inversion, because they do happen, they are inevitable. So we're going to go over that here on the daily chart of the Dow Jones. And just briefly, if you're enjoying some of the content we're providing, please do subscribe to the channel. You can also head over to our website, EquiPredict.com. We've got a lot of information over there regarding market forecasting. We've got some articles that are open for our general reader base. You can read about our subscription model as well as our proprietary forecasting models. The red wave is the one we're going to be covering today over at EquiPredict.com. So up on the daily chart, on the chart here, we have the daily chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We're going to use the Dow Jones because it's essentially the backbone of the stock market going back into the 1800s. We've got a lot of data to work with. I do apologize. I do have a solid head cold, so I'll try not to let my voice be too much of a distraction in the video. And so this applies also, by the way, to any ETF or equity you might be using, especially one that has a cyclical look to it or cyclical behavior to it. This can work great. You can use cyclical analysis even on your own without software. You can add up, essentially, you add up the number of days or weeks between what appears visually as a cyclical low. You take 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 of these cycle lows, you add up the number of days that are in between each of them and do out the average, and you can get a general sense of where your cyclical lows and your cyclical highs are going to be on a price chart, and then you can project that out in time. All right, so our red wave model is one of the original models over at EquiPredict. It uses some a little more complex mathematics than just simply counting up days, but nonetheless, we're going to be using this one as an example and show you how to interpret it and how to handle these unclear signals and cycle inversions. And so the red wave model, we still obviously use our blue wave, green wave, and exogenous data driving models over at EquiPredict, but this one gives us an insight into how a stock market or an equity is going to behave going into the future. And so these are obviously pretty clear signals. We're going back just to March of 2025, and you can see the model did a great job just at following how the market was going to behave. And obviously, very easy to interpret. These are cycle lows, cycle highs, cycle low, cycle high, cycle low. What happens is I'm going to try to find one where there's an unclear signal. So right about there, that's a good one right there. Here at the edge of the chart, on the right-hand side of the screen, we had a cycle low that occurred in late May of 2025. The cycle high was relatively tepid, and then we didn't have a sell-off into the early June cycle low, according to the model. Now, cycle inversions and unclear signals and cycles do happen. If you're looking for perfection, certainly the stock market is not where it's at, and cyclical analysis can be unclear at times, but oftentimes if the price action starts to follow the cyclical models exactly as it's laid out, typically your next signal is going to be very strong. In this particular case, it got quite ambiguous here. So the price action in this particular case going into early June 2025 didn't fall off. It actually started to invert. It didn't do a strong inversion. If price all of a sudden jumped up high, and then you had a complete cycle inversion, typically what that means is that obviously these cycle lows become cycle highs, and the next cycle high becomes a cycle low. Needs a cycle or two to correct itself. It's oftentimes what you'll see. But then when you get to the edge of the charts, if it corrects itself and you get a nice cycle high, as pointed out here in June of 2025, it's typically a time when you want to be exercising risk management. It doesn't necessarily mean that the stock market or the equity that you're looking at or the market that you're looking at is going to consolidate and fall or show weakness from there on. It just simply means that the time to exercise risk management measures, raise your stop losses, take your profits, exit your position, whatever it might be. So in this particular case, we got to late June 2025, and we had essentially what looks to be like a cycle high in these operative cycle blends. So what we were doing is waiting for the next cycle low, which started to appear here in mid to late, mid-July or so. And then, as you can see, We had a nice cycle high that brought it up until late July, and then a nice cycle low down into August. So again, this is for folks who are more swing trading types, who are looking for multi-day, typically not a hold more than 5 to 7 trading days. So I'm just going to fast forward and see if I can find a nice cycle inversion and help you understand how to interpret that cycle inversion. So I'm going to forward in time here. Let's see if we can find one. Okay, so here we go. So this is a really great example of a cycle inversion. So here in October, it said it was going to be a cycle high. So this cycle high became a cycle low because of the fact that the price fell precipitously right into this cycle high. So in that particular case, you'll oftentimes see what happens is this next cycle low is going to be your peak. So it's correcting itself, and then it's moving on to the next cycle. And that's essentially, I believe, what happened if we push forward in time just a bit. So it did take us into early November as a cycle high, and then the price started to correct itself in relation to the cycle. So here we are, we're going to go forward, and here we are in December, and we're obviously right now at a cycle high. What we're going to do is we're going to post up the full cycle forecast going into February of 2026 for the Dow Jones Industrial Average for our subscribers over at EquiPredict.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment or question into the comments section. And I do hope this helps you in understanding and using cyclical analysis in your trading journey going forward. Good luck and good trading.